All right, boys, buckle up. Get ready. Let's party. Whoa, 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 whoa. Sorry. If you're new here, welcome. Okay. We're going to be talking about my favorite, car payments. I love them. I think it's the best. But we're going to talk about this car bubble. Okay. We're going to have some fun here. And this is just kind of me looking into the future and just seeing a bunch of repossessions happening. Not that I want that to happen to anybody, but that's just how I feel. Anyways, let's have some fun. Guys, have a good time here, okay? Let's start the Saturday off right.
I surrendered my car to the bank because I couldn't afford my life anymore. Rough day. I won't go into detail about all that. Now, I'm working out my budget without a $366 insurance payment or a $500 car payment. So, yay! Progress!
Yanni.
$866 a month to drive your car, not including gas. Sounds like a great deal to me. But I feel like a lot of people have signed up for this, and it doesn't really hit you until you have it. You gotta love it. This guy's great though. He goes to all these auctions. This one's rich. Shout out to a lot of cars on TikTok.
You need to stop buying cars that you can't afford. I mean, look at some of these repos that I found at auction today. Repo with temp tags. This thing is a 2024. Look, 2024 BMW Financial. So I'm not making this up. Dude didn't even get to finish his drink. And
Loser. Nice slushy.
and take his Walmart bag. Look at this thing. How many miles are on it, I wonder? Let's see. It's got 218 miles. What the hell is going on, bro? Another repo with a temp tag.
They're all BMWs too. Pay attention. See if you notice anything.
So people cannot afford these cars for over a month. This is a 2023 iX. Look at this thing. It is for electric. Look at that. It looks like it might have been a voluntary because they gave him the 2 keys. Some people do, realize they can't afford the car, so they take it to the dealer and tell him, hey, here's the car. I can't do this anymore.
So when I say the repos, right, the car bubble, I feel like a lot of people are going to end up just turning them in. Like, look at all these
Every day.
Beamers. You know what I mean? It's kind of funny. And I actually am an idiot who, like 10 years ago, I bought a BMW that I couldn't afford, and my car payment was only $280 a month. I know. That's like a joke nowadays. You couldn't even find a $280 a month car payment for a Honda. Hondas are great cars, I'm just saying. But I did a voluntary repo. And let's just say that fucked my credit. But something you don't realize about like BMWs, Audis, Benzes, they take premium. And every time you go to fix them, if you don't have a warranty, good luck. No, good luck. Like, most of us got to learn the hard way. So shout out to all my people driving foreign. If you guys are new here, I like to read some of your comments from previous videos. Keep it fun, keep it light, keep it loose. This person goes, some of my favorite jaw-dropping videos are YouTube shorts where they ask people what they drive and what their car payments are. Well, me too. So I got some lined up for us, and these ones are gold. Oh, these ones are real good. And this one was sent in from Fernando on Instagram. Thank you, Fernando.
What kind of car do you drive and what is your car payment?
This one goes, why you can't afford a home you want. Classic.
I drive a 2024 Jeep Compass Latitude and it's $598 a month.
Hey Rick, what kind of car do you drive and what is your car payment?
I drive a 2020 Wrangler Sport, the 75th edition. I think I pay $800 a month.
Hey
He thinks he pays $800 a month. Oh, he's got his budget dialed in.
Rod, what kind of car do you drive and what is your car payment?
A 23 Dodge Charger 858.
Hey Jose,
Yeah.
what kind of car do you drive and what is your car payment?
2020 Charger 650.
Hey Wesley, what kind of car do you drive and what is your car payment?
I drive a 2024 Power Wagon, and it's $1,000 a month, something like that.
Hey Dustin, what kind of car do you drive and what is your car payment?
I demo a 24 rounds for free.
Hey Taylor,
Oh, it's a company car. Well, so far, he's the smartest one so far. Just saying.
what kind of car do you drive and what is your car payment?
I drive a 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee Overland and I paid $1298.
Great news.
They're just laughing about it. I pay $12.98. And that's why I say there's a bubble, because how many people are out here with this kind of car payment? You know what I mean? You look over to the Mazda next to you. You're not thinking that they have a $500 car payment. You know what I mean? That's the craziest part. And that's why I think it's a big bubble. I don't want people to just lose their cars or nothing. I really don't. But it's not looking too good. And I don't like it. Anyways, let's keep this party moving.
I got you approved. 0 down.
No proof of income?
Not at all.
Okay.
So I got you approved, but I'm going to need your last pay stub. We need proof of income.
What? You didn't ask that other lady for a proof of income?
It's true. Not all clients need proof of income to buy a vehicle. It's not us at the dealership that determines if you need proof of income. It's the lender or the bank that's financing the loan. Banks generally look at 4 items: your credit score, your down payment, your debt to income ratio, and most importantly, how you paid your other auto loans. So if you have a high credit score and you paid your other auto loans well, or if you have a large down payment, proof of income is not necessary.
I just think it's hilarious because I know people. I see people all the time. They'll literally just hand you a fucking car. And that's how a lot of people get roped into this car payment shit. It's mostly out of desperation. A bunch of times it's like, oh, I want to stunt, drive a Charger, drive a Challenger, drive a Camaro, BMW. But for the most part, a lot of this is with basic ass cars, and they're just desperate. And they're like, oh, you make $2,000 a month? Psh, no problem. $500 a month car payment. It's all good. And so that's kind of the craziest part. So that's why I think there's going to be this huge, like, I call it the car bubble. I could be wrong. I could be tripping. You tell me if I'm flipping my wig here. But I see a lot of repossessions happening. And not just like tow trucks coming out, just people like turning the car in. I see a lot of that shit happening. Anyways, this guy goes, how to return a car. Warning. Classic.
Warning. Don't be a Karen if you're looking to return a car. You're actually not alone. 40% of all people who buy a car, they have buyer's remorse. So first off, I have to let you...
So basically half of everybody regrets buying their car. It's tremendous.
You know, there is no cooling off period here in any state. So what that means to you is once you sign that dotted line, you take the car off the lot, the car is yours. There's no take-backsies.
No take-backsies. He said there was one way. I cut him off because he just went for another 2 minutes. But apparently, you can take the car back, but you have to do a trade-in. So basically, you're fucked. You just got to get another car payment. That's the loophole. It's awesome. It's genius. Now, this one is crazy because this is something that I realized years ago. And this one goes... Basically, what she's about to say is a lot of people are behind on their car payment or literally just can't afford it. So this lady is just appalled. She's like, what? This is great.
Is this a thing? Because it was multiple people in the comments that was like, yeah, me too. They ain't came to get my car yet. Like, what the hell? And I don't think it's on their credit. I don't know. But is this a thing? Have y'all heard of anybody saying that they just like driving around for free right now and they just waiting on the edge of their seat any day now? They coming, like, or are the tow trucks that busy? Like, I asked this in the comments, but this was before I realized multiple people was gonna be like, oh yeah, me too. You too? I thought this was a brief oversight. This is not an oversight. Is it a trend? Like, do y'all know other people that's not returning their cars and the car people are not coming to get the cars?
Yeah, any tow truck drivers watching this right now, definitely let us know how jam-packed you are. I'm curious to how busy you guys are. If this really is, like, if this bubble's starting to pop. But to paint you a picture, this was beautiful. I should have left this guy a bad review, but I didn't. So I got in an Uber recently. My car was in the shop. This is rich. Dude picks me up. I live in a pretty kind of like hood-adjacent neighborhood. So, like, every Uber driver either doesn't speak English or it's like, you know, just some guy with not great customer service skills. Let's just say that. So I get in a car, homie's on speakerphone just talking to some chick. And, like, I'm not there. And the chick's literally talking to him, and she's like, I've been a month late on my car payment every month. So she's like, every month, I'm at least trying to pay half. And she's like, I'm going on my 4th month now, and I'm just hoping they don't come repo my shit. So I keep paying the minimum. And I was just sitting there like, I almost wasn't even upset he was on the phone anymore because it was just like, oh, this is gold. I'm definitely talking about this. So yeah, I think it's a lot more people than we think that can't swing it. You know, I make pretty good money, fantastic actually, and I wouldn't even be comfortable with no $600 car payment. I can't do it. I can't do it. I'll drive my fucking shitty Ford Fusion. I really don't care. And plus, like, you give a fuck what I'm driving anyways. That's the funniest part. Anyways, if you're new here, I like to read some of your comments throughout the videos. Keep it light, keep it loose, keep it fun. This person goes, you absolutely can buy a reliable car for under $9K. It just won't be the car you want. Actually, I went and did a little investigation on these to a bunch of dealers, like selling like $5,000, $6,000, $7 cars. And you would be shocked at the pieces of shit. Like pieces of garbage. They want $7,000 for it. Like this guy goes, I love the investigation report about the cars under 10K. Honestly, I was actually kind of shocked to how many cars were 10K and they're like garbage. They're not, it's like this should be $5,000. So to be fair on that, because that's why I think a lot of us are getting sucked into this. Like this guy goes, just bought a 2000 Camry at 200K miles for $2,000 cash. See, yeah, you're going to have to be able to fix it and all that stuff. It's not going to be the world's most reliable car, but if you get that thing up and running and it's going smooth, it can be done. I'm just saying it's getting harder and harder to find these cars for $2,000. Like it's really getting difficult to find them. So I don't want to say it's impossible, but this is like a dealer by my house. See how it says sale here? Well, I see a lot of places doing these sales. I actually stopped in. They were super busy, so I didn't like film. But let's just say none of those cars had prices on them. And they were all overpriced. They said sale. And I asked him how much this Nissan Altima was. $12,000 for a 2013 Nissan Altima. Or something like that. Might have been 2015. $12,000. 100,000 miles. That was their big sale. Yeah, I know, right, guys? I thought it was hilarious. Anyways, so to be fair, though, you know, like when we watch these videos and these car payment videos, the BMWs and the Benzes, you know, when I drive around town, you know, I see most people driving pretty basic cars. You know, I don't want to say everyone's doing this. So I went to this apartment complex right by my house just to kind of see what's in the lot. Right? And I don't know if any of these people could be visitors, something like that, but just to kind of paint you a perspective where I live in not such a great neighborhood. It's not like terrible, but it's not like an affluent neighborhood. Most people should be driving a car like this where I live, okay? Like this Toyota. But like, you got this Caddy here, God knows what that is. But just to paint you a picture on what this neighborhood's like. So I'm driving through, just checking it out. You know, you got the nice-ass, big-ass truck, probably got a car payment. And a lot of these cars that you're seeing, you know, they look pretty basic, right? Like even the Mustang is an affordable car, right? But this is the funniest part. Even on all these basic cars, $400, $500 car payments. I'm not saying on these people's cars. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying because you live in a whatever apartment building, you're not allowed to drive a Jeep Grand Cherokee. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying when you're driving around and you see these nice cars or even basic cars like Toyotas, like this dude here, if he lives in this apartment complex, he has no right driving a new Audi. No offense. That's just kind of where the world is. I don't want to, you know what, fuck it, you drive whatever the hell you want. I really don't care. But I'm just making a point that even these basic cars, you know, I was expecting to see a lot more of these in this parking lot, to be honest with you. But that's where it's at. So I don't want to say people are like doing this. Maybe this guy went a little above and beyond with the charger. You know, people got to have their chargers. I get it, kind of. But that's where it's at. Another charger, who would have thought? And I'm not trying to roast it. I'm just trying to show that most people are driving what look like affordable vehicles. So I just wanted to clarify that, all right? I don't think... But then the problem is, even like this Kia Soul, I wouldn't be shocked if they had a car payment on that. That's the funniest part. And I don't mean to roast people on this because I understand. Like, how many of us have 20 grand to just go shell out and just cop a car? Like, seriously, how many of us? Not many. It's awesome. I love it. I can't even afford a tiny home. Unreal. All right, so usually I read your guys' comments throughout the video, but this one, there's been a lot of people with a lot of thoughts on this, so I saved a lot of them for the ending here. We're going to end on your guys' thoughts and ideas. This dude, Vinny, goes, private sale is the way to go. Got my Nissan Maxima 2012 with only 16K miles on it for $8,500. Wow, that's a good deal. Remember what I just told you earlier? 2015 with 100,000 miles? They wanted, $4,000 more than that. This dude, Phil, goes, lots of people buy used luxury cars and expect the repairs to be normal pricing. Dude, that's, as someone who fucked up and got the Beamer, I had to have the Beamer. I can tell you right now, if you ain't making no fucking six figures, don't even bother. Don't even bother. Benzes too. Don't even bother. Trust me. And you're paying premium. Don't even bother. Just don't. Just don't even fucking bother. Like this dude, he goes, I've been a Mercedes-Benz tech for 23 years. He goes, the prices of parts are so outrageous. They're no longer even buying the newer Benzes. He just said, your parts in the counter, you're not spending less than $500 every time you visit to get anything fixed on that car. Honestly, that's light. With the BMW, mine was more like $1,000, $1,500 every single time I went to the shop. Every time. My Ford Fusion, if $2,000, I'd get a new motor in that bitch. You get what I'm saying? A new engine. All right? Like, it's very affordable. But they got an excellent point with that. They're making shit, the newer and newer cars, it's getting harder and harder to fix, too. This guy goes, by the way, electric cars are like smartphones. They store your data, can be switched on and off, and have a short shelf life. That's another thing, too. These electric cars that we're kind of getting pressured into, it's like a phone. Like this phone, after 3 years, my battery's shit, it starts lagging. After 5 years, it's a wrap. So this is basically like, imagine this is a Tesla, but you can't drive it. It's kind of the same concept. No offense to electric cars. I want to like them. But they're making it harder and harder to fix, too. So that's another issue that we're dealing with. Like a lot of people say, like, learn how to work on your cars yourself. Well, with all these new electric cars, all these new cars, it's almost like, what's this guy? This guy, Louis Rossman on YouTube. He fights for the right to repair things. And that's where we're heading with cars, too. With these EV cars, like, good luck taking it to a regular mechanic. Like, you got to go buy a Tesla in the mall. Yeah, I know. In the mall. You got to go to the mall to buy a Tesla. It's awesome. This guy goes, it's sad to see how expensive new and used cars have become. This country is truly leaving the working middle class behind. Yeah, it's kind of fucked up. It really does not make any sense. It really doesn't. They don't want us buying used cars. I really believe that, too. I really don't. I kind of feel like, we talked about this a bunch, the cash for clunkers bullshit that used to happen. I think that was just a way to suck cars off the road. Some of you guys said I'm tripping, but most of you agree with me. This guy goes, this is important, okay? This is a way we can kind of be there for each other. I've also had to talk friends off the ledge. This guy goes, I had to talk my buddy out of buying a $70,000 truck. He convinced himself that since he now owns a home, he needs a truck. He goes, I talked him out of a 2024 Ram and got him to agree he's better off with a 15-year-old truck for work and a reliable, gas-friendly daily driver. How funny is that? Dude ended up getting not just one car, but now he has two cars for substantially less than that. So yeah, definitely, like, don't be afraid to tell your friend, especially if you know they can't afford it, like, yo, you're tripping. Chill the fuck out. For real, though. Like, just my thoughts on that, for real. Oh, this person says, really enjoyed the live stream. We do a live stream here every Sunday night, 6 p.m., where I just let you guys call in. It's a good time. This Sunday, the 21st, is going to be canceled. I will be out of town, unfortunately. But we'll be back at it the following Sunday. But yeah, definitely, we got to be there for each other, man. I made these car payment videos more of a joke. But turns out people need to hear this stuff. I get a lot of people DMing me like, yo, man, I almost bought a car. Thank God I saw your channel. I was like, oh, I was just joking around, but I'm glad it helped. This guy goes, Ryan says, this is the problem with a large amount of people. There are plenty of good deals to be had on good running older used vehicles out there. People need to swallow their pride and start driving shit that's within their income level, which is basically $10,000 used cars. Holy shit. You would think it would be that simple. He goes, not a $50,000 plus car, brand new. People need to start learning how to fix their own shit. See, that's another problem where it's starting to get harder and harder to fix your own shit. At least with these new cars and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, but he's totally right, man. But unfortunately, we're kind of getting forced into it. It's awesome. It's like we're getting forced into it. So that's awesome. But I agree with him. That guy was spot on, man. He's spot on. But unfortunately, we live in the I got the new. Everybody wants the new shit, which I do get it. I fucking understand. I totally get it. I would love to drive around in something that's fucking dope, but they're all way out of my price range. But this is another one that I see becoming super popular. We're going to end on this note. This person goes, I sold my old car in need of repair, and I got an e-bike a couple of weeks ago. I work from home. My parents were totally against it. Yeah, well, I've been seeing those electric bikes a lot lately, like a lot. So I see that becoming super popular. Even like my neighbors, they have one car. It's like a big family. And the two of them ride e-bikes, and then they share the car. So I see that becoming a big thing too. Like less is more type shit. And let's be realistic. It sucks not having a car. It's so hard to do anything without a car if you don't live in like a big city. So anyways, you guys leave your thoughts. Shout out to all my Patreon members. This is just something I see. I could be totally wrong. You guys tell me if I'm tripping. But I see a lot of people turning shit in, and I see a lot of used cars becoming like, I think they're overpriced, but I see them becoming really hot commodities. And I see a lot of, I guarantee in the next year or two, you're going to be seeing a lot of big deals at the dealerships because they can't move shit. Anyways, hell of a talk. Enjoy your weekend. God, good solid stuff, man. Good talk.